Yo, it's me, it's TSCODD, and what do you know? I can get to review a movie that came out in 2020. Becky is a 2020 horror revenge film, and stars Lulu Wilson, Kevin James, and Joel McHale, and is about a family, sort of a father, daughter, and the father's girlfriend and her son. They go on this trip to a cabin. While there, Becky finds a key. Meanwhile, some neo-Nazis escape from prison, led by Dominic, played by Kevin James, and they then go to this cabin to get the key. And after someone is killed, after Becky's father is killed, she vows revenge and starts killing off the neo-Nazis. We have our movie. So, first and foremost, in my positives, the performances from Kevin James and Lulu Wilson are phenomenal. Usually you see Kevin James in comedy movies. This is a very, very serious role, and for a comedian, he handles it pretty well. There's also a character named Apex, who's, for lack of a better name, I will call Kurgan, because that's who he was in the WWE back in the Attitude Era. He was Kurgan. He was part of the, what were they? They carried it around, I forgot what they're called, but not Filthy Animals. The Oddities. He's part of the Oddities. He's been in other films like Sherlock Holmes, but he's always been like a lackey of sorts. He actually gets a speaking role here, and he actually does pretty good with this role. He doesn't get to speak too much, but it is still pretty good. Another positive is that the gore, fantastic. Especially, spoiler, of course, all spoilers in my reviews. Kevin James' death. She runs him over with a lawnmower, and you see the after. You don't really see the kill part, but you see the after effect, and it is glorious. Man, that's some good kills. She stabs this guy with a ruler. She uses a boat propeller to kill another dude. Solid gore all around. I also want to... What are the positives? The atmosphere this film has. It's a very kind of atmosphere, like she's in desperation. Like you can feel, the atmosphere gives you that feel that she's in desperation. She needs to get rid of these guys or find a way to save the rest of her family. And when her father gets killed, that changes a little bit more. But there's a scene so they set up establishing. So this is gonna go into my negatives a little bit. Maybe a little bit mixed with it, but they set up that a couple years earlier or so, Becky's mom died, right, from cancer, it seems like, and so now she's kind of at odds with her dad. I guess they're not in the best of terms, and their dad brings along her girlfriend, his girlfriend, and her son, and then tells her, hey, we're getting married, and she runs off. And then Kevin James and his, Nazi friends show up. I understand what they were trying to do with these, which is why it's not a complete negative. It's kind of mixed. But in the end, were they kind of the only thing it serves is that she sings this song in the flashback to her mom, and then later she sings it next to a campfire before she kills Kevin James. It's only calls back to that, and her mother's death, other than affecting her and her not wanting to have anything to do with the new girlfriend, doesn't really do much. Hold on. Turn the light on here. Better. Now, some negatives. The fiance's son. Now, I'm not going to judge this kid personally. If it's the way they wrote the lines, fine. If it's the way they told him to say the lines, that's fine. If he's supposed to be portraying someone with a disability, if he has a disability, that's fine. But everything that this kid does, it doesn't work. Like, he'll say something and it sounds like a little snot-nosed brother. Like, just so, like, his mom goes off on Kevin James and starts saying the F word. She says it twice and he's like, "You cursed." She goes, "I know, baby, but there's sometimes you have to ask, what the fuck is going on?" And she keeps on saying the F word and the kid just sitting there going, or whatever, I don't know. Don't really care for the kid. The mom, hit or miss for me. She's fine. You know, the deaths are fine. I told you the deaths are great, actually. What I am kind of negative about on this is that, so she kills all these people, and then it's down to her, Kurgan, and Kevin James. Dominic, whatever. And so Dominic's all about this key. He wants this key. He is asked once what he is doing with what he's going to do with the key, and all he says is part of his agenda. We never find out what's so important about the key, why she's doing it, or why he's doing this, why he needs the key. We never find out the purpose of this key, and I feel like we kind of need to know more about this key. Why is he after? Why is it so important? Why is it worth killing people to get to? We need more information. Also, like I said, she goes around killing all these people. And it gets down to those three. Kurgan, I don't remember his other name. Apex, I think it was. But I'm going to call him Kurgan. And Kevin James, Dominic, right? And so, like, she does this cool thing where she takes this squirt gun, it's got like gasoline or something, over the fire, and it shoots and it sets him on fire. But then he's like, and he stops, drops, and rolls, and he's perfectly fine afterwards. I'm sorry. Your ass was set on fire. You'd have some kind of burns. You would be just fine. And you certainly wouldn't tackle a little girl and start choking her for the key. Your ass would be hurt. You wouldn't be able to just like jump back up again. And then Kurgan comes and helps her because he has a soft spot because he was forced to kill a family earlier, including kids. He doesn't want to kill kids again. And he said, Kevin James says to him, "Hey, we killed one more kid. That's it. We're done." And he won't do it. He's done. So he helps her out. She kills Kevin James, and then he, instead of saying that he's that he is okay after this, she shoots him. She shoots Kurgan. So him helping her amounted to nothing in the end because he still got killed. And my final negative is that, so this movie starts off with her being interrogated by the police, and then we see the thing and it comes back to it. They treat this whole thing that she's done as a bad thing. And I'm thinking, why? It's self-defense. They're like, oh, the kind of killing she did, I'm worried about her. Yeah, she's going to have some trauma from doing this. She's going to have some counseling sessions to get over this. She killed people, but they deserved it. It was self-defense. What else can you do? It's not, but it's like they're saying, it's murder. Yes and no, it's self-defense. She killed bad people, Nazis, who were going to do something with a key, we don't know. She's shown with the key at the end. Who knows what she's going to do with it? Who knows? And they're like, is she going to be then adopted by the girlfriend? Is she going to go into, like, even Kevin James was like, oh, no one's going to want to adopt you. I'll adopt her. Fuck. Man, she killed people like this. I'll adopt her. If she can protect our home, I'll fucking adopt her as long as she'll do that to me. I'll be a nice stepdad. I'll let her have her space. Just like defend the house if burglars come in. Like Home Alone on crack. You know what I mean? In the end, this movie was a decent film. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it for the gore. There's some things that really kind of didn't float with me over there and the negatives. Other than that, I enjoyed it. So what are your thoughts on Becky? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. Not even fucking. See you in the next one.